back to my YouTube channel. I'm ED and I can see, and today I have another reaction video for you guys. So let's just get right into it. So this one is from Learn Spell Casting, and this video is called Simple Love Spells Without Ingredients. So I am all about these love spells and reacting to these love spells recently. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome. I'm so happy to have you. Basically, I'm going to be reading the energy of this video and just saying what it is that I see or notice. No expectations, just gonna jump right in.
Simple Love Spells Without Ingredients by LearnSpellCasting.com. Welcome to Learn Spellcasting. This is your girl, Bella Isis, and today we're going to do a very simple love spell without any ingredients. All you'll need is one small square piece of paper. And
so this is kind of like interesting to react to because I can't see her face. That's my knee, sorry. I can't like see her face, so I'm just kind of going off of her voice. But what I heard, well, let's just get into it actually before I...
That's all you'll need. So the first step is to write down the name of the person that you are casting the spell on. So I'm just going to write John Doe, and I'm going to write it 5 times. So whatever name you want to use, if you want to use a girl's name, just make sure you have the full name.
So I just heard that the reason it's written 5 times is because it is cursing the person's soul 5 generations back. So that's probably not a good idea.
Otherwise, this will not work. So here we go. I am writing this down.
What I've like realized, you guys, with a lot of this like witchcraft stuff spell and like what I've seen from like a lot of how it actually goes down, usually when someone says like, oh, you have to say this a certain number of times or it's not gonna work, or oh, you have to clap 5 times or it's not gonna work, you have to write their name down 5 times or it's not gonna work, like that should be a red flag to you. Like it is for me when someone tells me like, oh, unless you do this number of times it's not gonna work. Like that's a big red flag to me, because the way that I usually like create the situations that I want in my life is I rely on faith and just knowing and like clearing my energy and staying grounded. Like I try not to get like wrapped up in like all this like regimented stuff of like, oh my god, I have to do it this number of times and I have to do it at like this specific time when it's this full moon, like with this specific thing. And it's like when it's like all these rules, I immediately like red flags go off and I'm like, that's a little suspicious.
And this is the 5th time, right? Okay. So now the next step is to, either way, you can either cross it this way or you cross it that way, but you're going to put your name 7 times on top of John Doe's name. So I'm just going to write your name and see how...
That is so weird. Okay, so what I heard basically is like by writing it over their name, you are binding your soul to them like 7 generations forward, centered 7 generations back. Mind you, this person might not even be like for your highest and best good. They might not even be like your soulmate, and here you are like cursing them generations forward and back. Like, look, I get it. I have been here. I have been so like when I was younger, you guys, like literally like you would laugh if you saw me when I was younger. Like if I was in middle school right now or like high school, like I was so lovesick. Like if there was like a dictionary with like a picture for the definition of lovesick, like that would be me when I was younger. It's like, I get it, I get this is really tempting, you want your crush to notice you, but like is it really worth it if it's gonna like bind you to them for like eternity? And like what if they're not even like right for you, you know?
It covers it, you can barely see what's going on. Your name.
And what that means, you guys, basically like when you're binding your soul to them, that basically means like you are taking on all of their karma, you're taking on all of their trauma, you're taking on all of their like icky, yucky emotions, like you're taking on all of their baggage, basically. Like, you're taking on all of their baggage. And you don't really want to do that when it comes to just getting like someone cute to notice you.
Name, and you're going to keep writing it 7 times. You always want to cover it completely, and adjust in case you write small or large. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to keep going, and this way you could see it clearer. Now, most of the times I'm a lot neater than this, but there you go. So you're going to write it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Now, here's the part where you need to concentrate. In this part, you are going to go into a semi-trance state of mind. You cannot be checking your social media and doing the spell. You have to cut.
Semi-trance, aka kind of like low-key brainwashing is what it seems like. So at this point, like, I would ask yourself like this question, like ask yourself like, okay, me, like, okay, I know I have a crush on, let's call him Bob. Okay, like, I know I have a crush on Bob. And then like ask yourself like, okay, so why do I have a crush on Bob? Oh, okay, Bob's cute. I like Bob's hair. Bob's funny. He makes me laugh. He laughs at all my jokes. Like, I love how Bob sends me funny memes or whatever. Like, I like how Bob comments on all my like little TikTok dances. I like that he plays football. So yeah, you have a crush on Bob. Wonderful, valid. Like, having a crush is wonderful. But like, ask yourself, is it worth it? Like, is it worth it to imagine, like, by doing this, what's basically happening is you are literally taking on every horrible emotion that they've ever felt, every traumatic situation, you're like absorbing into you, every hurt, every betrayal, everything that's ever happened to them, and anything that's ever happened to them, like in past lives, like in past generations. Like, imagine all that then like becomes a part of you, and then it's like all of a sudden you might be having like nightmares out of nowhere, and it's like you're remembering his memories that aren't even yours, or like all of a sudden you have like a panic attack, you start getting like anxiety when you never had anxiety before, and it's like it's because it's his anxiety, it's not even yours. So like by doing this, like you are making a reality in which the two of you like have to be connected at like the lowest possible place that you can be connected at, and that's just not fun.
Concentrate, and you're going to write a short but precise sentence that describes what you want the name of the person to do. So in this case, I just want John Doe return to me, and the key here is you're going to write it and not remove the pen or pencil from the paper. So what you do is you turn it every time you're going to go around. So I'm writing return to me.
Oh my god. You know why? Because like by keeping it like without taking the pen off, like you're literally binding them like to eternity, you guys, like forever and always, like cursing them. Like you're putting them in a reality where they have to be with you. Like you're basically trapping them. Like imagine, like, okay, let's say I have a crush on Bob. Like imagine if I did this, if I'm doing this to Bob, there is now some piece of Bob somewhere in the ethers, like somewhere where he is literally trapped like in a cage or something, and it's like for the rest of his life there will always be a piece of him that is stuck, and it's like he will never be able to like really move forward with his life. Like he could miss his soulmate, he could miss this job opportunity, and then like maybe in like his next life like he misses all these like amazing opportunities. Like it's just all screwed up, because it's like you're imposing, like you're forcing what you want on someone else. And when it comes to having a crush, you guys, like you don't have to force yourself on someone else. You don't have to show someone how amazing you are. Like the way you get your crush to notice you, you guys, this is like, oh, the golden ticket. The way you get your crush to notice you is you have to like yourself. And then from there, from liking yourself, you learn to love yourself. And then from like liking yourself to loving yourself, you learn to like be really happy with who you are. And then you just attract that energy right back, and you attract someone who's right for you. Like you don't need to like bind them to eternity in like a weird little cage somewhere where like they cannot escape from, because it's not just like this reality, you guys. Like you're not just like the you that you see in front of the mirror. Like you're also like all these, like you're like, you have so many layers to you. Like there's just so much more than like what meets the eye, and it's kind of hard for me to explain, but it's like it doesn't matter like what you do here, like in this life, it matters like in other places, in other spaces, in other situations. So you gotta like be nice to people. Don't be cursing your crushes just because you think they're cute, okay?
And I'm not writing their name. I'm just saying return to me. I think I wrote it a little differently before, but return and then to me. And this is in case John Doe has not, is about to leave you or has already left you, and you're writing, let me see, get it in frame, return to me, return to me, but you can also write love me. And then what you do here, when
you guys, this is like probably one of the creepiest videos I've seen in a long time.
you get to the end, you keep writing it one more time. Turn to me. Now, what you have done is you have written the name of the person, John Doe. You've written it 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've written your name 7 times on top of theirs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then here, turning the paper, you have started writing. It's okay if you don't dot your I's or cross your T's.
Basically, you have trapped them in like some reality somewhere. And just for the record, you guys, like totally wonderful and amazing, like I said, to have a crush and like pursue your crush. But like if you're gonna curse them like this, like in the future, like you can miss your soulmate. Like you can miss your like Prince Charming or your Cinderella. You can miss like your one true love by cursing them, because by cursing them you have created like, you like follow, you like, by doing this you fall into like this fake gross alternate reality where the two of you are like bound to each other, and all of their icky like karma and emotions is now yours, and all of your icky stuff is now theirs. And then you guys are totally like off your path, and then it's like, in order to like get back on your path, you have to totally like disconnect from each other, and it's just like a whole mess. So do you want that? Is it worth it? Is Bob worth all this trouble? Because if he's not, well, it's not that he's not even worth it. Like if Bob is worth it, like there's a better way, you guys, and the better way is taking care of yourself, like feeling good about yourself. And then like if Bob is meant to be with you, like Bob will just come right up to you.
T's. It's okay. You're writing return to me, return to me. And without lifting your pen, you're going to encircle, or in this case, square, completely what you wrote. Now, this is called a petition paper. You don't need any ingredients. You can just use this. And I like to make things a little bit neater. I like to cut them, but that's not important. So this is your paper. You can light a candle on top of it if you want, but this is without any...
Okay, let me like maybe try to put it in perspective for you guys. Like when I was like 12 or 13 or 14, like my world would always revolve around like a different boy. And then it's like I would have a crush, and then I would kind of like get over them and like start a new crush and then get over them, and then like have a new crush and then meet someone new. So it's like I always like had a different crush, like every so often. And like now being like much older, like I look back and it's like if I were to do this, like the people that I had crushes on when I was like in middle school and high school, like Like, would I want to be with them now? Like, absolutely not. Like, I am so happy I did not end up with any of them, because like with time, like people mature and people get better, and it's like there's life after high school, you guys. There's life after middle school. Like, your world does not have to revolve around like one boy or one girl. Like, there's like, life just gets so much better like as you grow up and get older. So you may like Bob now, but like who knows in a couple months like who's gonna come into your life. So it's like, if I were to do this like back when I was younger, to think about being with the person that I had a crush on when I was like 12 or 13, like would be so horrible. So just like remind yourself that like you guys will be okay. Like, you have a crush on someone now, and like, yeah, it could totally work out. But your life is just gonna get better. So don't feel like you need to be with this person, and like you need, like, you like don't feel like you need to force them to be with you, because like if you feel like you have to force anything, like you're kind of going against like the groove, and then you miss all these opportunities and like all these blessings when you try to force stuff.
Ingredient. So all you do is you fold it towards you. When you want something towards you, or to come to you, or to attract, you always fold it towards you. So you fold it once. You turn.
That is like, this is another example of like placebo effect. Like, that's not actually like true. Like, but just by like telling your brain that, like that's the only like reason you believe it, is because you tell your brain that it's gonna work. So it's not necessarily true. And again, you guys, like with all these rules, like with all these like regimented steps, like writing it 5 times and then writing it 7 times, and you have to fold it this way, and like you can't move your pen like off the thing, like no, like all that is like such a red flag when it gets that regimented, that you're going against like the natural like groove of stuff. Like, if there's so many rules, and like if there's so many rules to like how you have to do like a spell, chances are like that spell only exists in like a reality or a space where like you have to use rules, like you have to like abide by those rules, because when you go out of that, when you rise above that and just rely on like faith and trust, and like using like your higher self, and like connecting with your heart, like it's not even about rules anymore. It's just about like feeling good about yourself, and like feeling beautiful, and like feeling worthy, and just trusting that what's right for you is on its way. So whenever I see like step by step like things like this that are like so like precise, like it's a huge red flag to me, that it's kind of like a low vibe kind of thing.
To me, John Doe, and you say it with feeling. You say it in that trance state. You say it like it's a chant, and you fold it again. Return to me, John Doe, and you do it once more. Return to me, John Doe.
This is a curse.
So what do you do with this little piece of paper? There are different ways you can use this paper. This is now a charm spell, right? So what you can do, option 1, if you're a female, you can wear it in your bra. You can pin it to your bra and wear it. Number 2, you can also, male or female, put this in the middle of your mattress. Underneath, you lift up your mattress and you put it in the middle. And what you do is, at night, you say before you go to sleep, return to me, John Doe, or the name of the person. And that is a very simple charm spell. This is a little charm chant spell that's written without any ingredients. But remember, you do it in a state almost like you're in a trance-like state, almost like you keep chanting it over and over and over with rhythm, and you will see before soon what you wrote on this paper will come to pass. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, please give a thumbs up. If you want to see more like this, please give it a thumbs up. If you have a question, put it down in the comments below. And please hit the subscribe button to be notified of new upcoming videos. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. You guys, that is honestly probably like to date the creepiest spell I've ever had to react to or ever seen. And what's interesting is like I didn't even get to see her face. So like going into this, I was like, oh, like I don't even see her face. Like it's probably gonna be hard to react to. Absolutely not. I would highly, highly, highly recommend that you do not do this spell. Because it's just like really not safe. You really want to be like going through all this effort and then having to like put it in your mattress and like going into a trance state and like chanting their name and like doing all this like stuff. It is like so unnecessary. Like it really is like so simple at the end of the day. Like if you want your crush to notice you, like notice yourself. If you want your crush to notice you, like do things that make you happy. Like what makes you happy? Like ask yourself right now, what makes me happy? Oh, I like shopping. Okay, go shop. Oh, I like swimming. Go for a swim. Oh, I love to work out. Go work out. Oh, I love to cook. Do that. Like do things that make you feel happy on your own, like by yourself. And by doing that, you will just attract someone. Like you don't need to go to like these lengths to do that. I know Bob or whoever is like super cute and super handsome and like super charming right now, but like who knows in like a year from now like who you're gonna meet. Like your world does not have to revolve around like one particular guy. Like at this age, like when you're young in like middle school and high school, like it's just about getting to know who you are. Like think of like your crush as like a future friend. Like you're getting to know like a friend, someone that's gonna help you grow, someone that is going to be there for you, someone that's just gonna make your experience better. And then when the time is right to move on, you move on and then you meet someone new. So it's not like this end all be all like, oh my God, like I have to be with this person or else like my life is over. Like, no, you guys, like if you have to do this spell and if you have to force them to be a part of your life in this way, then it's not meant to be, and in the long run, like it's just not gonna make you happy. I would highly recommend you guys do not do this spell. It was very creepy. I get it. I get having a crush. I totally have been there. I'm still there. But I'm telling you guys, like, people get better with age and like after middle school and after high school and like throughout the years, like people just get better. And you realize that like the more you feel confident and the more that like you feel good about yourself, people just come into your life. Like you don't need to force anything. Like people just pop into your life unexpectedly. And so it's like you don't even have to like do stuff like this. So at the end of the day, just like ask yourself like what makes me happy? Like what is fun for me to do? And then go do those things with the intention that by like you being happy, like someone is coming into your life when it is meant for them to come into your life. And then it just is. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this reaction video. Comment below and let me know what you guys think of this video, and also comment below if there's anything that you guys want me to talk about next, if you guys have a video you want me to react to. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah.